Solve the system of equations by elimination. Now, whenever you're using elimination, you're going to want to make sure everything is stacked where it wants to be. In this case, it is. The x is on top of the x's, the y is on top of the y's, the equal sign's on top of the equal signs, and the numbers on top of the numbers. It doesn't have to be in that order as long as it's stacked in some type of order. But what you're also looking for is you need to pick a letter that has the same coefficient but one's positive and the other one's negative. That's not the case. 5x and 10x are not the same. Y and negative 7y are not the same. But you know what? If I were to multiply the entire top row by negative 2, that would get me negative 10x minus 2y equals negative 18. Then underneath it, I can rewrite regular 10x minus 7y equals negative 18, and I have myself two numbers that are exactly the same. One's positive, one's negative. So once we get to that point, we add the rows. Negative 10x plus 10x crosses out. Negative 2y minus 7y is negative 9y. Drop down the equal sign. Negative 18 minus 18 is negative 36. And now we can solve for y. Divide both sides by negative 9. Divide both sides by negative 9. Y equals positive 4. Now I'm not done. What I have to do is I have to find x. And I can take one of my original equations to find x because I now know that y is 4. I'm going to take the top equation. Why? Because y is kind of all alone all by itself. So why don't I just take this top equation, rewrite the original top equation out, and replace y with positive 4. So 5x plus positive 4 equals 9. Those parentheses aren't necessary. I'm just going to get rid of that 4 by subtracting 4 from both sides, minus 4 minus 4. Drop down 5x, drop down the equal sign, 9 minus 4 is 5. In order to get y, or x in this case all by itself, divide both sides by 5, divide both sides by 5, x equals 1. Y is 4, x is 1. This gives me the point 1, 4. Now, this is the solution to a system of equations. And what you do with the solution to a system of equations and what it actually means is if I were to call you x and call you y and plug you into the original problems, this would give me true statements. So if I did 5 times 1 plus 4, I would get 9. 10 times 1 minus 7 times 4, I would get negative 18. And this is a point, an xy pairing, that gives you true statements for both of these. And that's how you solve a system of equations by elimination when it's not given to you perfectly.